leather jackets and they ride motorcycles. I've never ridden a motorcycle, and my leather jacket's really in bad shape. But anyway, he said, but we're not. We're insiders, and we're the establishment, and we have to act like it. And Washington is not happy with your tone. And then I said, okay, fine, and I totally ignored that, because there's no way that I'm going to do a show that's going to make the establishment happy. What's the point? If I just wanted the money, I should have just stayed a lawyer, 16 years ago, and I'd be rich if I. So I thought I'm going to do a strong show, a progressive show, the kind of show that I believe in. We did that, got great ratings. Ed Schultz, you might know now, was at 6 o'clock, the time position that I wound up taking. He got promoted up to 10 o'clock, now has been promoted up to 8 o'clock. They're incredibly happy with Ed. They should be. Ed's a great host. Our ratings were better than Ed's. So you get these great ratings, and then they pull you aside and go, yeah, you didn't listen to our establishment speech, you're done. Now, you're not done as in fired, we love you, we'll give you a ton of money, but just go to the weekends so we can still pretend to be progressive, and everything's going to be fine, okay? And so here I am, pacing in the garden again, trying to figure out if I should take now what's a lot more money than we had gotten offered originally at Sirius back in 2006. And once again, I said no. And because, to me, the whole point is that connection with the audience. And I promised the audience that we were going to give them an honest show. And we were going to do our best to deliver what we thought was the truth to them. And if the politicians were corrupt, we were going to call them out on it. And if Washington was headed in the wrong direction, Republican or Democrat, it doesn't matter. We were going to let them know. So I said no, and I said, look, and I had the luxury of being able to do that because at that point we had about 500 million views on YouTube, and we built independent media, and so you in the old days you had to beg the gatekeeper, please, please, please let me on. In fact, when I first started in radio, I sent out over 400 tapes to try to get jobs. And I wound up getting 2 jobs that were part-time fill-in weekend stuff. One was in Boston, one was in Washington. And you had to just beg and plead with the gatekeepers. But we had already knocked down the gate. So I wasn't going to sell out our show and our audience to make more money or to get a prestigious position. Again, it worked out. Current came and said, hey, we actually want to do independent progressive network. We just hired Keith Olbermann. We'd like to hire you. And so that's where we are now. We've got our second television show. It starts in about a month. It's at 7 o'clock Eastern. And, all of that, brought to us by our audience and that connection that we have with them. And look, we had a $0